and thanks for joining me. Today I'll be talking about my experience with getting diagnosed. Please note that I'm not qualified to provide you with any advice, and I'm only sharing my experience on this channel. So first, why get a diagnosis? Well, it helps to know what you're dealing with. And second, sometimes people feel abnormal because of the thoughts they have or the compulsions they do. And diagnosis just confirms that your brain works differently. First things first, before I got my diagnosis, I joined an OCD support group. Since I live in Ontario, I found the OCD support group through Hope Plus Me Mood Disorders of Ontario Association, which I will be sharing the link to in the description. I decided to join because I googled the symptoms and they looked familiar to me. And even though I felt like I was lying to people by being there, another symptom of OCD, because I wasn't actually diagnosed, I really felt like at home there. It was really comforting to know that I'm not the only one person to deal with thoughts like mine. The more I got involved in the support group, the more I learned about the organization as a whole. And at the time that I joined, there was a counseling support available. So I was eligible for 8 sessions with a counselor who specialized in OCD. I'm not sure if this program is still in place, but I highly recommend checking it out just because there could be other resources that you can find helpful, and also just in general look at other local mental health organizations. And I will leave some links in the description as well. So it came up during counseling sessions that I could benefit from seeing a psychiatrist and getting diagnosed. And even though the association had a list of psychiatrists they worked with, I still needed a referral from a family doctor. Now that was tricky because I didn't have a family doctor, I still don't, so I had to go to a doctor that I usually saw at the walk-in clinic and ask him to provide me with a referral, which he gladly did because I previously complained about insomnia to him and all blood tests came back normal. After I got my referral, I waited for maybe a month and then I had a 2.5-hour long appointment with the psychiatrist. I had to do some testing and answer questions about my life, family, and relationships. So I'll share some tests that I took with you. To evaluate the level of your obsessions and compulsions and to what degree they affect your life, psychiatrists use Yale-Brown Obsessive-Compulsive scale. I will link it in the description and you can take it and see your score, but of course no one apart from psychiatrists can provide you with the right diagnosis. This is more of a self-evaluation tool. So as for my score, I got 24 out of 40, which shows a moderate level of OCD. Another screening tool that was used during my appointment was a General Anxiety Disorder 7 scale, which evaluates the presence of general anxiety disorder. And on this one, I scored 13, which shows moderate level of anxiety. And finally, Beck Depression Inventory that measures the severity of depression. I scored 17 on this one, which indicated a mild depression. After a couple of weeks since my appointment with a psychiatrist, I received a call from a walk-in clinic saying that they got a letter from my psychiatrist. I went to the walk-in clinic and my family doctor told me that I have OCD. And then he asked me, how should I treat it? Because he had no idea how it was treated and what the symptoms were, which I found very funny. The psychiatrist prescribed me sertraline, which is very common medicine for OCD, but I didn't take any meds, so I cannot speak to it. To summarize, if you're looking for support, support groups and mental health organizations can be great help. And to get a mental health diagnosis, first you need a referral from your family doctor. Second, you might need to take the test that I linked in the description, at least in my experience, that's what happened to me. And third, your family doctor will share the notes that psychiatrist prepared for you, and you'll receive your diagnosis then. I hope you found this video helpful. In my next video, I'll be talking about what helped me and didn't help me that much in managing my OCD. So if you're interested, please subscribe and I'll see you soon. Till then, take care and have a great day.